Welcome back to the Midnight Who Show, and today is a spoiler review of Ghostbusters Afterlife. I have been waiting, as a lot of people have, a long time for this film. It's been delayed a couple of times due to a pandemic, but it's finally been released this weekend, and it was definitely worth the wait. I absolutely enjoyed this film. The standouts of this film were definitely McKenna Grace as Phoebe Spangler. She was phenomenal in this role. She brought so much Egon in her, and I really enjoyed her dry wit and her humor in this film. It was great, and her assistant, Logan Kim, as Podcast, was a great addition. I surprisingly enjoyed his character a lot more than I expected to. When I heard the name was Podcast, and that's all he kind of does, I thought it would be overdone a lot, but not really. I thought it was really well handled throughout the film, and he added a lot of kind of hilarious moments to it. I especially enjoyed at the end how he basically zapped all the mini puffs. That was hilarious, and then he just comes out of the Ecto-1. Such a great scene. Another great scene in this film was the Walmart scene with Paul Rudd's character, Gary, as he's kind of just, going his way, getting the ice cream, and then he just sees these mini puffs come and invade the store, and he gets chased by a terror dog. It's great scene. I love his reaction to seeing it. It was phenomenal. Also, I will say the story was really good. I really like the idea of, a person discovering their family legacy and the kind of discovering that there's something coming and they gotta get ready for it. This film had a lot of great callbacks to the original Ghostbusters film. You saw a lot of great Easter eggs throughout this film. And we even got to see Gozer again, which I really liked the new look of Gozer. And the actors they brought on to portray it did a great job with it. The ghost that we saw in this film, Muncher was a standout just because I liked how, you can just zap it, but it also shoots back at you. It was a very good scene, and I really enjoyed their chase around town and just destroying property. Because why, when don't the Ghostbusters destroy property? Now let's talk about the main reason why this is a spoiler review, and that's simply because of the original Ghostbusters coming back, which we all knew. It was great seeing them, by the way. Seeing Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, and Ernie Hudson all back. They had some great lines. They weren't like a huge part of this film, but they were enough. They came and helped these new kind of Ghostbusters stop Gozer, and hopefully for the last time. But I especially like Bill Murray's line, to one of them, like, "We're from the home office." Hilarious. And the post-credit scene with Bill Murray being zapped by Sigourney Weaver's character, Dana Barrett. It's hilarious. But the reason why I say this is a big spoiler is that Egon showed up, which I am so glad I did not get spoiled about that. And how they bring back Egon as a ghost, and it looks so much like, the late Harold Ramis. It was like, okay, that is so cool. Because at the beginning of the film, we see Egon, but it's a lot done through, body double and shadows. But here, it's the full-blown Spectre. And I, of course, love seeing Winston's look out. Just like, I've seen a lot of stuff, but this? But I loved how Egon can kind of say goodbye to everyone, but also help Phoebe guide the, proton wand. That was so tearful, honestly. It almost made me break down in tears, by the way. This movie, that scene, was so emotional. Just because I did not expect it. And that's why I love movies sometimes. When they give me something I did not expect. And that final touch with that for Harold was just amazing. Now let's talk about, did I have any problems with this film? Not really. I think it has a really good story to it. I think it had a good pacing throughout the film. I think the start of the film was just a little rough. It just didn't, it took a little bit to get to the real meat and potatoes of the story. But once they got there, I was set, ready for this film, and I enjoyed every single minute of it. Right from the moment she finds that ghost trap, they release it, and then you hear her, fix the proton pack, and she just goes on the Muncher chase scene. This movie picks up, and it is phenomenal from every point from that moment. Another minor critique I have would more relate to basically character development. I think Phoebe's character and podcast were very well developed, and I enjoyed Gary's characters and, of course, their mother. Really good, but I felt Trevor and Lucky didn't get enough development. They needed just a little bit more. But I still thought they were good characters. They added to the team, but they just need a little bit more. If that makes any sense. But yeah, this was a phenomenal film. I enjoyed every single minute of it. You know, it had a lot of those familiar Ghostbusters elements that we all love, but it also added so many new amazing moments that we're all going to think about for years to come. And I think it's a worthy next chapter in the Ghostbusters saga, and hopefully it's not the last one. So if you've seen Ghostbusters Afterlife, let me know your thoughts on it in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, everyone.